What's going on, gamers? We got an interesting topic here to actually cover in regards to Microsoft, Xbox, and Halo. And the title that I'm going to give you, you're going to realize makes sense right now. And yeah, I'm very serious about that. Ever since the Xbox One era, after the 360 era, Halo has went downhill big time. I don't know if you guys remember, but when Xbox One launched Halo 5, it was disappointing. It was a downfall compared to Halo Reach and Halo 4. Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo 1, right? I even enjoyed ODST more than that. That campaign was whack too. And the multiplayer was like, it was okay. But ever since Bungie left, it just never was the same again. And we're talking about that Bungie that was actually the actual Bungie that was getting ready to make Destiny 1. And ever since then, I don't think it's gotten better. And then you think about what they tried to do with Halo Infinite at the beginning of the Series X generation. Remember that? Halo Infinite actually looked so last gen that they had to delay it an entire year. And then they launched it. The campaign was good, right? But then you had to delay it a whole entire year. So the Xbox Series launched without its biggest IP historically when you think about future or previous generations. And then Halo Infinite didn't even launch fully completed even a year later. It didn't have a forge, none of that. And then after that, it just got worse. They were getting just lost. They didn't know what they were doing. And then now we're all the way to where we are now, where things are getting worse. What do I mean by that? Well, multiple Halo titles were canceled. The Halo MMO title was also canceled, if you remember that. Then they canceled the Battle Royale Halo. And they canceled another Halo campaign project. So, in all of this time, they have not got anything successful since Infinite, which has been died off. And then they reveal Halo, not Combat Evolved, Campaign Evolved, Remake, with DRM lockouts, no multiplayer, and abandoning the assets and dumping it on Unreal Engine 5. It's like unbelievable. And then they ended the last Halo tournament disrespecting Xbox's legacy with a PlayStation 5 t-shirt. Sure, he didn't wear it after, but it's the thing with Microsoft. Once the damage is done, the damage is done, right? And that's why, oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. How the hell did that even almost happen? Why is that going on? What the hell is going on here, y'all? Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, so yeah, weird, huh? I just don't understand what Microsoft is thinking when it comes to Halo. And when we read this, you're going to see what I'm saying too. Like, why would you not have multiplayer for Halo Campaign Evolved? Do you know how much more millions of copies you would have sold? I mean, I still to this day cannot believe that Asha didn't step in. If you think and just say, hey, you better make the campaign. You better make not just campaign, but you better make multiplayer. Like I said, slap on now, boom, 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 reveal. Multiplayer expansion coming or something like that. You don't even have to do anything. Just put what was there, the local stuff, and make it online. That's all you got to do. You sell millions of copies. But this company is so dumb, it's not going to do that. And that's 343 Studios, man. They don't know what they're doing. So let's get into this. A new Halo leak claims that Halo Studios has changed its plan for the franchise after several reported project cancellations. It's changed its plans for the franchise. According to YouTuber Rebs Gaming, the studio originally planned to release 3 Halo games over 3 years. Starting with the rumored Halo Combat Evolved Remake, which is Campaign Evolved Remake. Gotta talk about going backwards, right? But that's what they did. So 3 Halo games over 3 years sounds like a little bit too much. You kind of want to space things out. Unless you're trying to do like the remake with the multiplayer and some other, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, hold on. Do things the right way. But that's what they plan to do, right? But Project E-Core was reportedly turned into a battle royale before being canceled. So because they turned it into that, they didn't know what they were doing previous to that. There was never a set vision and direction for Halo. Like, when you think about Bungie, from Halo 1 to Halo 2 to Halo 3, right? Halo Reach, ODST, there was clear vision there. And they were all amazing. Ever since 343 took over like completely without Bungie, they just didn't know what they were doing. Now, the Master Chief Collection was amazing, but guess what? All you were doing was preserving their legacy. And people to this day still play that. Why couldn't you do that same treatment with Halo Campaign Evolved? It would have been up for quite some time. And you're going to cancel all these games, but you don't leave people the option for multiplayer, and the only one that you're working on that you threw on the Unreal Engine 5? You see what I mean? Where does that make any sense? It literally makes no sense. It's literally AI lazy shortcuts and disrespect to the legacy. When you do a remake, you honor the legacy. You know how Square Enix did Final Fantasy VII Remake? It's amazing. Got 3 games and they're amazing. All 3 of them look, you know what I mean, and play amazing. You've ever seen Revelations? It looks amazing. We played Rebirth. We played, 7 Remake. That's how you honor the legacy. What Nintendo's going to do with Zelda Ocarina of Time, that's going to honor the legacy. If you look at other remakes, their legacies actually get honored. Microsoft is not honoring the legacy of Halo here. What they're doing is they're giving you half-ass shortcuts on Unreal Engine 5 and canceling all the other stuff and just destroying it. The identity, your strongest mascot. That's like Nintendo destroying Mario. You see what I mean? And Sony destroying Kratos. And you know, Naughty Dog's image, which, you know, I don't know, that got all over the place lately, but they're still fine though, and they're gonna make good games. But I don't know what else to tell you. Like, going down, it says another Halo campaign project was also reportedly canceled. We got 3 cancels here, the whole entire generation. So 343 Studios not only released a Halo late this generation, but still was unfinished, and then canceled 3 of them, and then didn't do multiplayer for what could have been the biggest drop for them this generation. That would have been huge. Everybody knows it too, but of course they didn't do it. Halo Studios doesn't currently have a new Halo campaign or multiplayer game in active development. What the heck? So right now they don't know what they're doing. The only thing that's going on right now is getting this Halo campaign with no multiplayer out on the market. But you got DRM lockout. You can't get on the game unless you download the day 1 patch. But it's like most people get on anyways. If you're going to play online co-op or if you have multiplayer, you would have had to get on. But the fact that I need an Xbox account to sign into that, no, man. That's when I'm on PlayStation playing on my PS5 Pro. No, why would I want to be gated for that? And I think a lot of Xbox fanboys are hypocrites about that. We're arguing against that, because PC fanboys too, because you were crying about Sony making you log into Helldivers and all those other PlayStation games. Now Microsoft's making you do that for a single player game that literally does not have multiplayer, and you're required to log into Xbox Live so they can put players on there. It really is PlayStation aspects. So I want you guys to actually think about that. That's hypocritical. But we don't see the same riot though against Xbox, because they're nowhere near as big as PlayStation, obviously. And this ain't gonna be nowhere near as big as Helldivers 2. But the point is that it's the same thing. And a lot of those guys are frauds to me because of that. Teams are reportedly working on ideas for the next game before full development begins. So it ain't even in pre-production. They're working on ideas right now on what they want to do for the next Halo. So that means you ain't gonna see the next Halo till like 2029 or something. Maybe longer than that, because it takes long to make these games. I don't see how the next Halo could afford to be an Xbox exclusive either. Because in the process while they're doing it, they're probably going to do Halo 2 remake with the campaign, and maybe Halo 3. You got to add multiplayer though. I mean, if I was just going to try to look any positive, preserve the legacy of Halo by adding multiplayer to the first game. You still can go do it. It's not like it's something that's locked out and it's forever, like you locked out and it's not possible to do it. Yeah, you can do it. They should do it. Nobody at the studio has reportedly heard anything about the rumored Halo MMO. Yeah, they got shut down. Campaign DLC for Halo Combat Evolve has reportedly been discussed. See, when you do that DLC, add in multiplayer. All I'm saying is that, look, you still can do that, but right now you're destroying Halo. But you can restore Halo a little bit by adding multiplayer to that. Other than that, yeah, you're kind of like killing it off. Like it's not attractive anymore, because nobody's going to want to sit there and play campaign all day. I'm serious. Like, just think about it. So Payton says the studio needs to be completely shut down and Halo needs to be taken over by id Software or someone competent in first-person shooter. Create a Destiny killer, reverse Uno, a new Halo IP. Hey, you know what? Like I said, that's a better idea than what they're doing. Yeah, like Halo needs definitely to be in somebody else's hands. I think 343 just doesn't know what to do anymore. I think this company is watered down. The Coalition Gears team has passed them up, and that's a shame. Not that they're bad developers or anything, but I'm just saying, id Software to me getting Halo would make it more mature and awesome. I think that would be cool. But they're amazing at making really good campaigns. I think that they should team up with them for multiplayer or something like that. But yeah, in the world today, when it comes to first-person shooters, like if you don't have like deep elements into your game, they die off very fast. We saw what happened with Battlefield. We saw what happened real quick with Concord. We saw what happened with Marathon. We saw what happened with Arc Raiders, and look how good that was actually doing. But it had a really good run. And it's like you got all these games like that launch, and they are, some of them are good games, but it's like that worked back then. In the world today, gamers want a lot more, and a lot of people notice that. Munstar says the remake shouldn't even be counted among their games being developed. Another thing, them renaming themselves from 343 to Halo Studios aged like milk. Yeah, I can understand what he means, because you're just like taking Bungie's assets and putting them on Unreal Engine 5 slop. Just let Halo die already. Yeah, I don't know, man. That depends. At this rate, the next Halo game is just going to be a PowerPoint presentation of canceled concepts. That's pretty funny. We got The Office here. What would you say you do here? Well, here's my thing. And I'll tell you guys, like I said before, they really need to think about how Halo PvP can be successful. The fact that you canceled this means that you didn't want any type of PvP going on. It just all got shut down. And the fact that you're not putting PvP into Halo Campaign Evolved shows that right now they have a problem with PvP. They have a problem with multiplayer. They're struggling with that, and they don't know what they're doing. This is not guesswork. This is literally evident right in front of you. Like I said, we're seeing the legacy of Halo pretty much just die off in front of us. The only thing that is their saving grace right now is them being intelligent and putting that on PlayStation, because you'll be able to at least get a couple million sales on there. And I think you should make a Switch 2 version of Halo Campaign Evolved as well. Like I said, do a DLC and add multiplayer. Other than that, it's going to be tough in the Xbox world. Because this is your legacy mascot. Now Forza is your biggest IP, but racing games don't really dominate like that anymore. But that's a dominant racing game. It's one of the best racers on the planet. You know what I mean? That and Gran Turismo and Mario Kart. They each, PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox have their own legendary racing game. So Mario Kart dominates everything. But even then, though, Forza is a really good game. But Halo should always be your strongest. Like Mario is always usually Nintendo's strongest, or Zelda. You know what I mean? When you look at PlayStation, you kind of get the idea of their main games that are always huge, like God of War. It was Uncharted at one point, and Last of Us, like Naughty Dog and stuff like that. And then Insomniac stepping in with the Marvel games as well. Microsoft needs something like that, and they don't have it. All they have is Forza. Everything else is nowhere near as big as that. And that's on multiple platforms. Halo's no longer big like it used to be. Think about it. When you think about Halo dropping, you're thinking about, man, is this going to sell 10 million? Is this going to like take over the scenes? This game is not going to do that. Halo Campaign Evolved, because it's just a campaign. It'll be nice, but it has competition. And we're not in the blockbuster 360 world anymore. So that's why I feel like it's kind of fading off. And you just got this half-baked remake coming on Unreal Engine 5 and on multiplayer. So let me know what you guys think about this. As usual, leave a comment down below. Like I said, become a member if you want for $3. Leave a tip. Let me know what you guys think. Like, do you agree that Halo is disappointing compared to what it used to be? Yes, I think so. Keep on gaming, no matter what platform you're on. Later, y'all. Xbox fans, hey, just speaking the truth here. Don't be fake. 343 is disappointing.